Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. It is once again Ted, the Speed Learner. I hope you have had a great week. I had to work Labor Day, but the next 2 days after that, I did not have to work. And so I see I already got one person in here already. Thank you very much for joining us. I got two people now. Whoever's joining me, let me know in the comments over here, because we have this little scrolly thing over here. It's called the live chat. Let me know who you are so I know who I'm talking to, because I have no idea. Okay, so what are we doing here tonight? Well, we're going to be doing a bunch of things, but the first thing I'm going to say is I'm sure you're seeing a little more food in my bedroom, and there is a good reason for that. I took a lesson from the animals. Let me tell you something. When fall and winter start approaching, and we already had snow in Colorado. I don't know whether you saw that or not, but there was already snow in Colorado. Didn't last long, but it was snow. Let me tell you something. When your car cannot make it to the store, sorry about that, I'm getting a little warm in here. When your car cannot make it to the store, there's often a good chance neither will you. Neither will the trucks. Okay? The trucks that bring in your groceries, sometimes they can't get there either. And so it's a good idea to stock up on non-perishable things to have in your house in case that would ever happen. That's a very good idea. So I would suggest to anybody that has to deal with winter snow or ice, either one, you would think that if you're not dealing with snow, what's the problem? The problem is ice. And sometimes the truckers have to come all the way from the north down south, or sometimes they have to come from the south. You're the one with the ice, and they have to come up and deliver your groceries while slipping and sliding on the ice. Either way, it's pretty bad. So if I were you, I would stock up. And since we do get snow here in Illinois in the wintertime, we don't get a ton of it. Michigan and Wisconsin gets a lot more than we ever do. But we do actually get snow, and there have been blizzards from time to time. Better to have that food stocked up. Good thinking. All right. Now, tonight I'm going to start with a partial apology to one of my YouTubers, which is Rob. And this partial apology will come in just a few minutes when everybody comes in here and we all get our business going. And but I just want to tell you that it really sucked not to get any Labor Day footage. I did have some days off, but I had a lot of things I had to do. I had to deal with my license plate sticker. I had to deal with some bills. I see we have a third person in here. Whoever you are, please let me know who you are, because I have no clue who I'm talking to. None whatsoever. So anyway, like I said, I had things I had to deal with. Next week, I've got to deal with the washing and waxing of my car, because I use that once a year car polish to keep the car in good shape throughout the winter. That's because you have to deal with the snow, the ice melt that they put on the roads. Yeah. So I want to coat the car so it will not be damaged. Hello there, Danny Watts. It's good to see you. But anyway, as I said, I owe a partial apology to Rob tonight, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. Another thing I'm going to be talking about tonight, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about this while I'm waiting for everybody else to show up. YouTube sent me a letter. Actually, not a letter, but an email. They sent me 3 emails because I have 3 YouTube channels. Go figure. Anyway, what they sent me in the line of an email was the following. Your account has not been partnered for 2 years. So because of that, we have decided that if you want to get back on the YouTube Partner Program once you reach all the requirements, you have to reapply. Now, they promised us when they kicked us off the partner program they were not going to do that, but they did it anyway. What a bunch of, yeah. So, here is what I'm going to do from now on. I'm going to start advertising my Kindle books. I have 4 of them already on the internet. There's going to be a 5th one coming this winter. It is going to be called Did You Remember Everything? And when it's published, you guys can read it and you can give me your thoughts on it. And I'm going to continue publishing Kindle books and I'm going to advertise them, so on and so forth. Because we don't know if I'll ever get partnered now. Who knows? It'd be nice if I did. I'd be thrilled if I did, but I'm not going to guarantee it. Anyway, welcome everybody to my YouTube channel. As you guys start coming in, I'd be great. I'd love to see you. And in the meantime, why am I going to owe Rob a partial apology? Well, I'm going to tell you that in just a second. Let me pull up my notes real quick. Hold on. La, 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 la. All right. Now I have a question for everybody here. How many of you people here have finally watched my community tab video? And then finally, I think a few days ago, I actually posted in the community tab. Did you guys see my post? How many people saw it? Okay. Anyway. Whew. Guess I better get a drink of water for this one. All right. Without any further ado, I will say that for those of you who are watching my live stream right now, go ahead and post in the live chat. I'm going to go ahead and do this video, and as soon as I'm done, I'm going to check the live chat and see who's responding. I'll respond right back to you. I promise. So don't go anywhere. All right? All right. Oh, well, I guess I better do one more thing. I am going to need this. I am still here. I'm just doing something else. That's cool. That's wonderful. This particular video, I'm going to record it, and then once the live stream is done tonight, I'm going to edit it, and I'm going to put the illustrations. You saw those illustrations in my fan page. And I'm going to put those illustrations of the video I'm doing now, so you now know what I'm talking about. Okay? But there will be one tiny section, and I'm going to tell you, I'm raising up my dry erase board. And when I do, I just want you to take a brief look at my dry erase board, because there's going to be a slight illustration here, and then the rest of it will be from those photos, and you don't have to worry about that, okay? So when I mention the dry erase board, take a quick look, because there'll be something on there that you'll need to see. Other than that, you should be fine. Okay, let's get into this, shall we? Let's see now. Make sure everything is on. Good. Good evening, everyone. It is once again Ted the Speed Learner, and tonight I'm going to issue a partial apology to one of my YouTubers. His name is Rob, okay? And there are 2 reasons why I'm going to issue that partial apology. First of all, I wasn't aware that YouTube does not show the lowercase letter I in the circle at the top right of the videos when you're watching the videos on your smartphone. When you're watching them on the desktop or laptop, you can see the lowercase I on the very top of the video. It's up on the top right. Okay. But if you're watching the video from your smartphone, you may not see that lowercase I. And there's a reason for that. I'm sure there is. But the thing is, I can see now why people are not seeing this lowercase I. All right. And I'm going to talk to you about that in just a moment. Okay. But before I do, I want to state the second reason why I'm issuing this partial apology. The other reason why I'm issuing the partial apology has to do with the editing of your videos. I wanted to explain this to you. And in just a moment, I'm going to show you my dry erase board. And I want you to see for yourself what the real problem is. Okay. When you're trying to add a card to your video, whether you use your desktop or laptop, okay, here's what happens. They give you, boy, that marker's terrible. Let's try a different marker, shall we? That's a terrible marker. Boy, wow. Okay, how about this one? This one should do it, I hope. That was terrible. So hang in there, folks. Oh, that's much better. All right, now I'm going to hold up my dry erase board here. As you can plainly see, when you're trying to add a YouTube card to your videos, they're going to give you this for your time, okay? Now, you're going to assume that this is hours, this is minutes, and this is seconds. But you'd be wrong. Nope. This is minutes, this is seconds, this is tenths of a second. And that's where I made my mistake. You see, when I started putting these YouTube cards on my videos with this new format, I was assuming this was seconds and not tenths of a second. So now my card was appearing at the 8/10th second at the beginning of my video instead of the 8-second mark at the beginning of my video. So it was appearing way too early. And that's where I went wrong. And for that, Rob, I apologize. I need to go back through my videos, find out the ones that I edited wrong, and correct them. Because if I don't, you're not going to see the card the way you're supposed to. All right. However, Rob says, we can't see the cards. Well, yeah, you can. They only show up for a short period of time on your smartphone. Now, like I said, that lowercase I, you can see that on your desktop and laptop throughout the entire video, but not on your smartphone. Therein lies the problem. Okay, and you can see this in the illustration. If you're watching this, and I'm doing a live stream right now, so bear with me on this, but if you're not watching the live stream, you're actually watching the regular video, you're now going to see an illustration that clearly shows I do have cards on my videos. Okay, you can see that in the first illustration. Now, the thing is that this is where the partial apology ends. Because, like I said, I put the card too early in the video, and on top of that, it only shows up for a short period of time, and that lowercase I does not show up in the video. It doesn't show up throughout the duration of the video. And that's why I had to apologize to Rob, because I didn't know that. I should have checked, and I'm sorry I didn't. But, okay, DM Gaming says, hey, I'm glad you're here, and keep watching because we're doing a video right now. Anyway, so where is the card when you're watching my videos on your smartphone? Well, it appears briefly, but you can also see the card anytime you like if you do something important. Okay? So, this is where I want Rob to develop some, well, I know he probably has observation skills, but I think he should develop them further. And here's the reason why. Rob, let me ask you a question. Did you watch the Navigating My YouTube Channel 2020 Laptop Edition video? Okay. Why would that be important? Well, I'll explain that. As you know, there is a progression bar that runs underneath every video that appears on YouTube, mine and everybody else's. Okay. And you can follow that progression bar and you can set timestamps on it. Okay. Now then, at the 10-minute mark of my navigating my YouTube channel 2020 laptop edition video, you will see me discussing the featured video on my YouTube channel. Okay. Now, if you look at the featured video, I hover my mouse over it. Did you see that? Okay. Did you see on the top of my featured video as I was discussing that, all the little white controls up there? One of them was the lowercase I. Okay. Those controls are virtually identical to what you'll see on your smartphone if you do one thing. Okay. I will explain this. And I'm going to show you this in the illustration, which should now be showing on your screen. If you will tap the video as it's playing, okay, or if you're playing one of my YouTube videos, if you'll tap the video, if I have a card on it, you will see a lowercase I on the very top right of the screen. Okay, now I know I can't show it to you here, but if you'll do that with your smartphone, that's exactly what you'll see. All right. Now, the thing is, those controls on the top of the screen should look familiar because they're the same ones that you saw in the Navigating My YouTube Channel 2020 video. They're the same controls. That's why I brought that up. Had you watched that video and had you tapped your smartphone as one of my videos was playing with one of those cards, you would have seen this for yourself. Now, what happens if you tap the lowercase I once you've tapped the video? If you tap the lowercase I, you will actually see the card. And you should be now seeing that on your screen if you're watching my regular video. If you're watching my live screen, you're not seeing anything. But if you are watching my regular video, you will now see this. Now you can tap the card, and now you can go to the next video. So it's a tad more complicated on a smartphone than it is on a laptop or a desktop. But this is why I need you to watch more and more of my videos so you can learn stuff like this. Simple observation skills. And don't tell me you have never tapped a video while it was playing, even if there were no other reason to just pause it. If you had done so, you probably, had you observed carefully, you would have seen that lowercase I. If you had, you would have known what to do. Right. So that is why I stress observation skills. Why do I bring this topic up? Because I'm going to publish a 5th Kindle book. And when I do, observation skills are going to be essential and vital to the skills I'm going to be teaching in that 5th Kindle book. So hopefully you learned something. All right. Anyway, I wanted to thank you guys very, very much for watching this particular presentation. I hope you got something out of it, and I hope you will spread this information with everyone. All right? Because I'm trying to not only show you guys how to see those YouTube cards on your smartphone, but also teach you observation skills at the same time. That's quite a lot to teach in one little video. All right. I want to thank you guys very much for watching this particular presentation. I will tell you more in a future video. By the way, if you're watching this video right now, near the beginning of it, you saw another card, and I will take you to the community tab video if you're clicking the card on this particular video. So if you click the card on this video, you'll be taken to the community tab video, and you'll learn about it, and so on and so forth. All right. I will tell you more in a future video, so I'd like for you to stay tuned. Okay. DM Gaming says I didn't what? I'd like to know. Anyway, what'd you guys think of that video? Oh, DM Gaming asks, what camera did you use on the Demolition Man? Okay. I have a Kodak EasyShare. Actually, I have two of these. Okay. This is my old one. I have a newer one in my camera bag. And I actually had a third one a long time ago, but it broke and it's now gone. But that's what I use. I don't use any fancy schmancy equipment because it's expensive and I don't have that kind of money. And I'm not going to save that kind of money just for a camera. Total waste of time and money. A lot of people now here's the thing, and I will go ahead and discuss this with Rob. When it comes to my smartphone, do I make frequent phone calls with my smartphone? The answer is absolutely no. I have a landline. I have an UMA. So what do I use this for anyway? Well, for one thing, I use this to go into the YouTube studio. This will tell me the number of minutes I've acquired every day. Okay, when I have to look at the YouTube studio in the desktop or the laptop, it's all listed in hours, not in minutes. This thing will list it in minutes. So, okay, DM Gaming says, because it looked way better. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that you liked how Demolition Man turned out. Now, I will tell you that the picture quality of the Kodak EasyShare, when it comes to the videos, it really looks great. When it comes to the photos, if you don't have the right kind of lighting, it doesn't turn out so good. So sometimes I have to retake the pictures. And in here, all I got is fluorescent lighting. And boy, I tell you what, that doesn't do too good for the picture part. Videos turn out great. Pictures, not so much. Anyway, but back to what I was saying to Rob. I don't use it normally for phone calls. I don't use a smartphone for phone calls. I don't normally use my smartphones for massive web browsing either. I don't make a lot of purchases on my smartphone. That's usually done with my laptop or desktop here at my house. And if I do make a purchase, it's usually right here at the house. I usually do not make purchases anywhere else because the security on Xfinity is a lot better than what it is on this TracFone. Hands down. Now, the next thing is that I don't watch a lot of movies. As a matter of fact, I have never watched a full movie on a smartphone of any kind. If I'm going to watch a movie, it's going to be on my TV. It's going to be on my laptop or desktop. It will never... I'd have to be hard-pressed to watch something on my smartphone. So I don't use my smartphone that often. And another thing that I have learned, both with Comcast and with... And Comcast is really Xfinity now. Okay, so it's Comcast/Xfinity. One of the things I've actually learned with them and with TracFone both... let's see. DM Gaming says, if you do get a better camera, it might result in more views, more money. Well, the thing is that, and I'll explain that in just a minute. There's something else you didn't equate into this, and I'll explain that. So hang in there because I have something else to tell you because I've checked this out too. All right. Now then, as I was saying, let me get back to what I was saying here. I don't watch movies with my camera. I don't do a lot of web browsing. One of the things I don't like about a smartphone is the on-screen keyboard. I don't like that at all. I am trying to save up for a split key keyboard that is Bluetooth compatible so I can interface it with my smartphone. That way I can type with a split key keyboard. I cannot stand the keyboard on a smartphone. I wish that they would design a tablet or something like that that had a split key format so I could type with it, just like I do here. I am a data processor, okay? And I was trained in not only the 10 key, but also split key. I was trained in both. So as you can plainly see, touch screens like that just irritate the tar off of me. So that's why I don't do that. Danny Watts says, what about the Logitech K860 Ergo? Never heard of it. I'd have to check it out. That's good question. But I know Microsoft makes one. It's $100. Well, that's a lot of money to invest in a keyboard. I'd like to see one about $50, and then I could do that. So as the prices go down, very likely I'll buy one, and I'll interface it with my smartphone. The thing about customer service, and this is something I found out with Comcast, and it's even worse with TracFone, a lot worse with TracFone. Okay, oh, this one is $129. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Now think about it. I only paid about $60 for my smartphone, okay? And now I'm going to pay $129 for a keyboard to interface with that smartphone? Yeah. Okay. But one of the things I discovered about customer service between Comcast and TracFone, and TracFone is really bad at this. If you buy a refurbished phone, like a refurbished cable box, okay, then what they tell you in customer service is, well, it's not really our fault. Our service is working fine. It's your box. And you have to go to the person to do it. And then you go back to the person who gave you your cable box or also your smartphone or whatever. And then they'll say, well, it's not our fault. Our technology is working fine. It must be their company. And they won't talk to each other to figure out what the real problem is. That is why I do not get refurbished phones. Okay. Okay, DM Gaming asks, what is your favorite rapper or singer? I do not listen to any rappers at all. None. Zip zeros. I have no regard for rap. Absolutely not. None. The reason is I grew up with the Bee Gees and ABBA and Elton John and Billy Joel, and you get the idea. My favorite rock group is the Bee Gees. Thank you for asking. But that is the style of music I grew up with, and I stick to it like glue. But anyway, as I was saying with customer service, Yarhal Garcia, and I don't know if I pronounced your name right, and if I didn't, I'm sorry. How am I? I'm great. I am great. But that's what I was talking about, is just because you have the one end, they say, my technology is working fine. It must be your phone or your cable box. And then you contact the people who made your phone or cable box that has been refurbished. They say, well, no, our technology is fine. It must be your cable company. And then they all get in a great big fight. And I don't want the fight at all. That's why I buy from TracFone. Even if you buy your refurbished phone from TracFone, they'll say it's got to be the phone, it's not us. And there you go. And you lose either way. I don't want to play the game. That is why I buy new phones from TracFone. I don't use them very often, and there you go. Hopefully that explained everything. I'm just not the kind of person that uses all the bells and whistles on every phone. And now you can see why. Woo! Now, I will tell you that smartphones are really, really bad at this. It's not so much the smartphone that's got the problem. It's people like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. YouTube's not so bad at it, but Facebook is a resource hog. I cannot tell you how bad of a resource hog Facebook actually is. They got a lot of bells and whistles on Facebook that I have no intentions of ever using. They got emojis out the wazoo. They got stuff in there. It's like, man, I'm not going to use this stuff. Why do I need it? I wish they would scale back Facebook to be a lot more basic. If you want those advanced features, you can have an add-on. They should make an add-on instead, and then therefore you can add it on and it can interface. And also, I would like to see Facebook to take those extra add-ons and place them on the SD card on your smartphone, the micro SD card, and not store it on the phone. It just eats up a lot. You know, I just really have a feeling about this. I really feel like that uh, Facebook is almost deliberately putting all this extra stuff on your phone to force you to buy a more expensive phone. And that's insane. If you're going to operate our Facebook, you have to buy a more advanced phone. Why? Why do I need that? Just take the extra add-ons, make them into a second app, and let us and just have the app interface. It could do that. There'd be no reason not to. YouTube's not so bad at it. Twitter can be bad at it. What phone do I have? Well, I have a Samsung J3 Orbit. That's what I have. But you see there, I'm not going to edit videos on my phone. I'm not going to record videos on my phone. Why? Because they're not. Listen, the videos I'd really like to record are outside in downtown cities, which do not have a lot of hotspots for Xfinity. And I am not paying TracFone a buttload of money just to have a live stream downtown. Not going to do it. It's ridiculous. It's insane. I'm not going to do it. Now, as soon as Xfinity gets their network better, fine. As a matter of fact, I would rather be just totally on Xfinity and drop TracFone entirely. I really would. And if Xfinity will get their butt in gear to have hotspots literally everywhere, where I can interface no matter where I stand, you betcha. I'll just run the thing off of Xfinity hotspots and not even worry about having a separate TracFone. There would be no reason to do that. I can communicate with everybody. Okay, this Yahir Garcia wants me to tilt my webcam down just a bit. Okay, how's that? That better? Okay, so like I said, if I could run it through strictly Xfinity. Now, the thing is that if I could run it through, okay, great, thank you. If I could run it straight through Xfinity and nothing else, I didn't have to worry about TracFone service or nothing, I probably would get a refurbished phone. Because then I'm just using the internet from Xfinity and nothing else. That'd be great. I just don't have that option at this time. One of these days, I might have that option. If I ever do, then yes, I probably will go through a refurbished because it'd be nice to have those capabilities. But I also would want to get the ergonomic keyboard. That I would do. So, woo. By the way, I'd like to issue a special thank you to not only Danny Watts, but Survival on a Budget Made Easy for taking a look at my illustrations on my SpeeLearner fan page. It was very nice for you guys to like it and whatever. I hope that that'll be the last time I have to talk about YouTube cards. Now, what I'm also going to do in my videos from now on is I'm going to mention these YouTube cards, and hopefully people will start getting the idea as they watch the videos. There's a YouTube card. And there you go. And maybe that'll get my ratings up. I know that if I had more professional equipment, that I would probably get more ratings. But I wanted to tell you another reason why I don't necessarily just go out and get better equipment, because I don't think it's necessarily the better equipment that's the problem. Daryl Eves on a regular basis gets on the air, and I wish he would get on the air about the community tab. I wish he'd get on the air about these YouTube cards. That is something that is never mentioned by YouTube or their creators channel or their you'd be hard pressed to find it. You'd really have to look hard to find a video that would specifically tell you all the things I told you about the community tab, the YouTube cards, the YouTube end screens. Yeah, go look that up and see how easy it is to try to find that information. It's really tough. It's a lot harder than you think. Okay, maybe that's just general laziness. I don't know. Who knows? Uh, what is your budget for a new phone? I feel if you spent more on one and mobile data, you could get better performance. Well, remember, keep in mind, I don't make phone calls very often on my phone. I also don't do a lot of web stuff on my phone. It's only when I'm at work and I just want to check my ratings real quick. I really don't do a whole lot with the phone to begin with. And that's something you have to take into consideration. Do you know how much I spend to have this phone remain active? $20 every 3 months. That is not a joke. $20 every 3 months, I can keep this phone active. And then if I want data to go along with it, I would just pay $10 whenever I need an extra gig of data. That's not a bad deal. You will not find a better deal anywhere. I have checked. And like I said, if Xfinity gets their button gear and makes all of that, all those hot spots everywhere where there's not a place you couldn't go that you wouldn't have a hot spot somewhere, you betcha I'd turn TracFone off. I'd just have this as an Xfinity, and that's it. That's what I'd do. Anyway, back to topic here. Why do they talk about thumbnails so much on Derral Eves? Well, I got the answer. And this is an answer you're not going to be told by, I don't even, why Derral Eves doesn't clarify this very much, I don't know. But he should. But I figured it out. You know what many people do, and I'm sure that some of you who are watching me right now, you do this too, and you never even thought about it because you've had these smartphones for so long and you browse the internet a little differently than I do. Most of my watching of YouTube is done on my desktop, my laptop, or my TV. I hardly ever watch a YouTube video on my phone. That's going to come as a heck of a shock to you people. But you know what they do? When they're browsing through videos, they swipe, 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 swipe. They're not even looking at the titles anymore. They're just looking at the thumbnails. That's why I emphasize the thumbnails so much. Because they're going swipe, 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 swipe. And if they don't see a thumbnail that appeals to them, they're going to swipe right past it. That is why they have this thing called impressions. Have you ever seen that in the YouTube studio? Impressions? So let me define that for you. An impression is what they call it when you look at a thumbnail for more than a second. If you look at a YouTube thumbnail for more than 1 second, they call that an impression. Now, what is a click-through? Well, I'm going to tell you what a click-through is. If when you look at that thumbnail, you decide to actually watch the video and you tap it and you start watching it, that's what they call a click-through. And then they have, after that, duration. Okay, that's what that pyramid is all about in the YouTube studio. If you see it in your desktop or laptop, you'll see this pyramid. And it'll have impression, click-through rate, and finally, duration. Okay, the duration tells you how long they watched the video after they clicked it. Almost every one of the videos that I put a heavy emphasis on, sometimes over 1,000 people see the actual thumbnail. Only 10% of them will actually click on the thumbnail. And then when they click on the thumbnail, then I get duration. Duration's pretty poor too. That's what's going on. However, I do have good news. I posted the very first Samsung smartphone tutorial, I think it was May or June. Somehow it's locked into somebody else's playlist, and people are starting to look for it, and they're starting to watch it regularly. This is going to be one of my heavy hitters on my YouTube channel. Now, if I could get them to understand about the YouTube cards, there you go. They'll just click from one to the next, to the next, to the next, and I'll just get watch time out the wazoo. And that could get me back my partnership. Didn't think about that, did you? That is why I'm telling you all this information. That is why I just made that video. To finally not only help you guys get better ratings, but help me get better ratings too. That is what they're doing. It is not so much the quality of the video that counts. It is the quality of the thumbnail that counts. Bet you didn't know that. All right, I'm going to pause briefly. I have a fifth person in my live stream. I have a sixth person in my live stream. Whoever you are, please tell me who you are because I'd like to know. I'd like to know who I'm talking to. That's why you're not getting views. And it has nothing to do with me either, okay? A lot of people say, well, it's because it's your face. They don't like your face. No. It is because when they look at a thumbnail, and this is absolutely true, when they look at a thumbnail, they are reading it over the title. Well, here on my YouTube channel, what I'm teaching you is when you're swiping through all those videos, what I'd like for you to do is do the exact opposite. Instead of paying so much attention to the thumbnail, I want you to pay attention to the title and the description of the video because you're going to find there's a lot of stuff out there you're missing. That's right, people. You're missing it. Bet you didn't think that, but you are missing a lot of things. And if you just paid a little more attention to it, you figure it out. So I want you to enhance your observation skills and do the exact opposite of what all these other people are doing. I do not want you going swipe, 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 swipe like this. Instead, I want you to read the titles carefully, read the descriptions carefully, and then watch the video. And don't watch a few seconds, see the guy's face, and say, hey, he might not know anything. As you have well seen, I do know things. I know a lot of things. And these are the kind of things that'll get you through a recession, a depression, an eviction notice. We're talking anything. All right. Now, I actually see 8 people in here. Whoever you are, please let me know who you are so I know who I'm talking to. You know, Ted, I discovered you through YouTube comment. I found your content interesting. A quick question. Who are these students of yours and what do you teach? Okay. About 11 years ago, I met a young lady and I was trying to teach her about bits and bytes. And I tried to teach her about the on and off switch. I was going to compare the on and off switch of a light bulb to the bits and bytes that you would find in the computer. She did not understand the concept of it wasn't bit and byte she didn't understand. She didn't understand that either, but she did not understand the light switch. We mean on and off. You have never turned a light switch on and off? Really? Seriously? So, seeing that this was how bad things were, I went on the air and started telling people things that they have never heard of before. And after a while, I got some people that were like, whoa, I've never heard this before. I've never heard that before. I didn't even know this stuff before. I was teaching accounting, and I have accounting videos, mathematics. I have found so many people that couldn't count change. It's not even funny. That is something that would just blow your mind how many people cannot count change. I was finding people that did not know how to do basic addition and subtraction. Didn't know that either. They didn't know anything about computer tech. It was amazing how much they didn't know. And the list goes on and on and on. They just didn't know this. They didn't know that. And I'm like, and I had to dumb down my curriculum to accommodate that. The reason I don't become a formal teacher in some classroom is because they want me to teach their curriculum, not this curriculum. And I don't agree with their curriculum. You guys need to know Latin. And I have proven in live streams and in other things the reason why you need to know Latin. Not to speak it, but to read it and to write it. You need to know it. You need to know Greek as well. You really do. Matter of fact, Give me just one moment. Do you know that hardly any person that watches my videos right now, Tinfoil Hatter, I feel like talk is cheap and like anybody can be a critic. I feel like you don't even know what you're talking about, Jack. Just kidding, Professor. Oh, wait, you're the skipper. Just kidding, sir. Whatever. Anyway, see this book right here? Do you know very few of my students can actually read the first 13 pages of this? Do you know I struggled with this? And if I struggled with this, can you imagine what some of you guys... I'd like to see any of you try to read the first 13 pages of this thing without my assistance. Go ahead. Yeah. If you want to know the title, it's called Jesus, Justice, and the Reign of God. It's by, let's see, William Herzog, if you're interested. Yeah, go ahead. Try to read that. These are the kind of books that make you smart, real smart. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm talking about. Who is your assistant then? I bet I could do it without them. Actually, I have a 1932 Latin reader. That's my assistant. Yeah. How many of you guys own a 1932 Latin reader? Raise your hands. Yeah, that's what I thought. Mm-hmm. So, that's right. I also have a copy of Wheelock's Latin, so there you go. Anyway. Even if you had those books, I seriously doubt you could ever read either one of those. That would be interesting if you could. I'd be thrilled if you could. That's cool. Text to voice, right? Now, that's interesting that you brought that up because I was actually in the process of creating a project years ago, right before I created this YouTube channel. I was creating my own text-to-speech software. But the thing is, I couldn't find anybody that would be interested enough to purchase it because they didn't trust my software. So I thought, well, if I explained my software, they would understand, and then they would put it in their computers. Huh. Yeah, that didn't work out too good. So I finally ditched the project and Tinfoil Hatter says I can speak a little Latino. Essay. Ah, yeah. So anyway, but whew, covered a lot of stuff here. So, any more questions? Any more feedback? Anything? Because in a minute, I'm going to go ahead and start doing some other videos. About time to do what I normally do. Oh, come on. There we go. Wow, yeah, cool. Listening is always easier or harder than reading, sort of, kind of. Well, thank you. Anyway, so I'm going to now review some videos. First, I'm going to start with some music videos, and then I'm going to go into some people's videos. What's so difficult about the book? Is there an online version then? I don't know if there's an online version, but there is a lot of intensive vocabulary in this book. And a lot of it is, if you're talking about etymology, you could derive that etymology either from Greek or Latin. So that is why it's so hard to read this book. You will not believe the vocabulary words you'll find if you ever read the dang thing. You'll be like, what the? Yeah, here Garcia says, I found the first few pages on Google. Well, I'm glad you did. So, but yeah, the first 13 pages of that thing, if you read through them, you'll be like, holy cow, what am I reading here? You will be, yeah, it's intense. I can assure you. Okay, so one of the things I'm going to be doing tonight, especially, is I'm going to improve the thumbnails on a few more of my videos because apparently, as I was saying about the swiping of smartphones, the better. Okay, Sweet Human Wheels is my current favorite video I see about the book. I believe you. I'm glad you do. I'm glad you do. All right. I think it was like 5 or 10 live streams ago, and I'd have to go back and research. I actually did a massive vocabulary lesson to show you guys what I was talking about from that book I was just telling you about. And I actually went through all the vocabulary that was in it, and it would make it possible if you watched it to go through all that book, because you'd be like, well, at least now I know what I'm talking about here. Anyway, so I'm going to review some music videos tonight, and then on top of that, I'm going to review some videos that I saw from there's some people that have subscribed to me. They just don't know that I've put up any videos lately. We're going to fix that tonight. Okay. All right, let's go through this. So I am going to make a double effort. One, tonight I'm going to actually take some more photos to fix my thumbnails because of the people that are swiping. Two, I'm going to mention in my videos from now on about the YouTube cards and also the community tab. Hopefully they'll pick this stuff up. Okay. Tinfoil Hatter says, I have the best constabulary of all of words. Well, I'm glad you do. Yeah, have fun with that. You're going to have fun. Anyway, so I'm going to review some videos. Now I'm going to give you a little background on the first video I'm going to review. Okay, Mr. Howell, I cannot wait. Okay. But anyway, glad you're putting some effort into your thumbnails. Thank you. Thank you. But the first video I'm going to do tonight is going to be, I'm going to review a song called Gold. It was released by Jon Stewart. I wanted to make a couple of notes on it. Yes, the other person you're hearing in the song is none other than Stevie Nicks of Fleetwood Mac. And the guitar you're hearing, yes, there is a second guitar in there. That is Lindsey Buckingham from Fleetwood Mac also. And yes, Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham were married at one point. Stevie Nicks threw a fit recently and got Lindsey Buckingham kicked out of Fleetwood Mac. I don't know whether you knew that or not. But anyway, that is something you're hearing. There is another song called Sentimental Lady. And if I recall correctly, the artist on that is Bob Welch. And I wanted to say that in the Bob Welch version of Sentimental Lady, you are hearing Christine McVie. Lindsey Buckingham is also playing in that one. And originally, Sentimental Lady was a song by Fleetwood Mac. I don't know whether you knew that or not, but it's true. Christine McVie, before she was married, had the maiden name of Perfect. That is true. You can go check that out. Tinfoil Hatter says, excellent choice. There's people out there turning that garbage into gold. I like that. But anyway, I just thought I'd share a little of that information with you guys before I do this review. Okay, so I will be checking in periodically with, as I do each video. These videos will take about, a minute and a half, possibly 2 minutes long. Let's see. I'm going to hold on to what you've got is a current and all-time favorite of mine. Yes, Bob Welch is awesome too. Glad to hear that. Anyway, as I record these videos, Danny Watts, I haven't sent a message in a bit, but I am still here. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm very glad to hear that. As I do these videos, I'm going to be flashing back and forth. So the videos I'm going to record. Okay, ILR SNC says, hello, Speed Learner. Great to have you here. I hope you watch. If you have not watched the whole thing so far, I hope you will tune in and go ahead and watch. Okay, now, again, I'm going to say that I've got my notes on my laptop here, so I'm going to be reading those. So every about 3 minutes or so, I'm going to be going back and forth, and then I'll see your comments. So don't think I'm not going to read them. I will. It's just going to be 3 minutes of a video, and then I'll come back and I'll read your comments. Okay, so don't go anywhere. I'm still listening to you. I'm still watching for you, so hang in there. All right, here we go. Next video. This video response is going to go out to Jon Stewart, and that's because you uploaded a music video entitled Gold, and I know it's been many years since that video has, well, okay. Tinfoil Hatter, Hypnotized, my favorite by Bob. Hit it. Okay. All right, let me try that one again. That did not go as well as I had planned. I got lost. I get lost occasionally, so hang on. This video response is going to go out to Jon Stewart, and that's because you uploaded a music video entitled Gold. I know that this song has been around since the very late 70s, which would be in the 1970s. But before I begin, I wanted to say, first of all, that on this video, and there's going to be a lot of other videos that I have already posted, if you are looking for related music video reviews, all you have to do is take a look at the upper right corner of your screen, and you're going to see a YouTube card. If you don't see it, then all you have to do is tap on the video as it's playing, and you're going to see a lowercase letter I encased in a circle. You tap that, you will actually see the card. Also, in the description below, I'm not only going to have a link to the song Gold by Jon Stewart, but I'm also going to have a link to a video where I will tell you about the community tab on my YouTube channel. That way, if you're one of my subscribers, you can actually get information from me through the community tab. Okay. Without further ado, I watched your whole music video. I also went through all the lyrics of the song, and I'm going to discuss and I'm going to ask questions about those lyrics right here. Okay. All right. In the song, you mentioned a California town. Which California town are you referring to? What are the people doing? What brand of guitar do you own? Are you referring to Canaan? Are you referring to the Canaan Road in Malibu, California? As you mentioned, and not Canaan, it's Cannon. Okay, you mentioned Cannon. It's spelled Canaan, but it's actually Cannon. Sorry, Cannon. Is that the Cannon Road in Malibu, California you're talking about? Okay. How long have you and Jim Bass been buddies? How long has he been a gas station attendant? Do you consider Jim Bass a good singer? How many California girls have you told your stories to? Do you know any of the people turning music into gold? Now, feel free to leave the answers to any and all these questions down here in the comments below. And before I say anything further, I do like this song. It is a very good song. It has Stevie Nicks in it. It has Lindsey Buckingham in it. And Jon Stewart is a great singer. So this is a very good song. I give it a B+. It was a little hard to hear some of it, but, you know, it's a good song. Really, really good song. So anyway, if you are watching this video right now and you happen not to be Jon Stewart, please go over to Jon Stewart's YouTube channel if he has one, or just find anything about Jon Stewart. Leave comments for him. Rate his videos. and watch his videos, and more importantly, tell him that the Speed Learner sent you. All right, I will tell you more in a future video, so I'd like for you to stay tuned. Whew. Love the music. You're my age or older. Jon Stewart was never seen again, as far as I know. Well, maybe not, but he might actually see this, and who knows what'll happen. Or maybe some of his fans will. Now, the next one I'm going to do, I have to make a slight adjustment. I am sad to say that several years ago, Laura Branigan passed away. It's really sad because she was a great singer, and golly, I miss her. I don't know about the rest of you, but golly, I miss her. But anyway, she did actually put out a hit. She put out several hits, as a matter of fact. Everything from The Lucky One. There was a couple others that she put out. I can't think of them off the top of my head. But one of them was Solitaire, and I am going to review it right now. So, hang in there, folks. Oops. No. This video response is going to go out to Laura Branigan, and that's because, no, I should have said it differently. This video response is going to go out to the fans of Laura Branigan, and that is because Laura Branigan has passed away. She did several years ago, and I'm really sorry to hear that because she was a great singer, and we all who are fans of hers will dearly miss her. But anyway, to the fans of Laura Branigan, the reason I'm posting up this video response is because somebody posted up on a YouTube channel her music video, which is entitled Solitaire. And I watched it. I loved the song. I used to listen to it as a kid. And I had a few questions about this song. But before I continue, I first wanted to say that if you're watching this video right now, obviously you're not Laura Branigan because she has passed away. But if you're a fan of Laura Branigan and you're watching this video right now, if you want to see related music reviews from me, you can take a look up on the upper right corner of your screen and you're going to see a YouTube card. If you do not see it, all you have to do is tap on your smartphone the video while it's playing, and then you'll see this lowercase letter I, and if you tap that, you will actually see the card that will send you to a related music review from me. Okay? So anyway, I did have some questions about the song Solitaire, and I'm going to go ahead and ask those questions and see if anybody can actually answer them. Just because Laura Branigan herself isn't alive anymore, maybe people who knew her are alive and can possibly answer these questions. Let's find out. All right. Based on the song lyrics, okay, we're going to go through the song lyrics. Why did you need him? What did you do to try to please him? You said he did what he wanted, so what did he do? What did you do to escape his hold on you? What changed his mind about you? Feel free to leave the answers to any and all these questions down here in the comments below. And I will say that if you're one of my subscribers and you don't know that much about the community tab, I'd like for you to take a look down below because you're going to see two links. The first one is going to take you to the Laura Branigan music video Solitaire. The second link will take you to a tutorial about the community tab, and that way you can receive messages from me. But anyway, if anybody here is watching this and they happen not to be, well, either they're a fan of Laura Branigan or they may not even be a fan of Laura Branigan. Maybe they're just seeing this for the very first time. Feel free to go over to Laura Branigan's YouTube channel, watch her videos, rate her videos, comment on her videos, subscribe to her channel if you'd like, and learn more about her because she was a great singer. Overall, I have to say this song was a very great song. I give it a solid A. Good job. I wish you had been alive to have seen this. I'm sorry, but maybe you have some relatives or some friends that can actually see this and they can say, "Oh, that's good. She got an A." Okay. So anyway, make sure that if you go over to Laura Branigan's YouTube channel, you tell her that the Speed Learner sent you. All right. I will tell you more in a future video, so I'd like for you to stay tuned. All right. Tinfoil Hatter says, you know who was great? Carla Bonoff. The song she did called Someone to Lay Down Beside Me. Danny Watts says, I have to leave. Bye, everybody here. Sorry to see you go. You can catch up some other time. All right. So let's go on to another song. This is the last one I'm going to review tonight. All right. And fortunately, this person is still very much alive. Hard to believe, but it's true. And hopefully this person will answer. Okay. This video response is going to go out to Mary Hopkin, and that's because you uploaded a music video entitled Those Were the Days. I watched your music video. I also have heard your song many, many a times over the years. It's a great song. I actually give this one an A+. But before I begin, if anybody's watching this video right now and you want to see me review other songs, all you have to do is go up to the upper right corner of your screen and you're going to see a card, okay? And you can click on that card and it'll take you to a related song review, okay? If you do not see this YouTube card, all you have to do is tap onto this video, and up on the top of the screen, you're going to see on the right-hand side a lowercase I encased in a circle. If you tap that, you will actually see the card and it will take you to the next video. Okay, this is only if you're watching this on a smartphone. If you're watching this from a desktop or a laptop or a TV, it's a different situation, but you are more than welcome to ask me about that. Anyway, for those of you who are subscribed to me, if you have not watched my community tab video, I want you to go down in the description below. You're going to see two hyperlinks down there. The first one will take you to the Mary Hopkin Those Were the Days song. The other one will take you to my video about the community tab. Okay, without further ado, not only did I watch this video, but I had a few questions about your song. So let's see if you can answer any of these questions. All right. What was the name of the tavern? Now, I'm going by the lyrics, by the way. What was the name of the tavern? What kind of drinks did they serve? What great things did you plan to do? Who did you fight and why? What starry notions did you have? Who did you see? What changed in the tavern? Why didn't you marry anybody? What was preventing you from pursuing your dreams now that you were older? And why weren't you any wiser? Feel free to leave the answers to any and all these questions down here in the comments below. And if you happen not to be Mary Hopkin and you're watching this video right now, feel free to go over to Mary Hopkin's YouTube channel, watch her videos, rate her videos, comment on her videos, subscribe to her channel if you'd like, and more importantly, tell her that the Speed Learner sent you. All right, I will tell you more in a future video, so I'd like for you to stay tuned. Okay. Do you edit your videos, Ted? Well, it depends on the video. When it came to one of the Danica McKellar videos I did, because I reviewed, let me answer your first question first. If I have illustrations that you have to see, yes, I will edit. I will use Nero, and I will actually place photos and show you guys the things I need you to see. This is the same thing I'm going to do with the YouTube card video I just recorded tonight. I'm actually going to take 3 photos and I'll put them in the actual video so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Other videos. Now, when it comes to the parade videos, yes, I have edited those as well, because there was times when the parade was running that they would have pauses in the parade footage, and I'd have to cut those out to get you to continue to see the parade in its entirety without having to watch a bunch of nothing. So anyway, your second question, this is coming from Yahir Garcia. How do you make sure that these people see your videos on them? Okay, here's how I do this. First of all, I get my subscribers to watch the videos. This raises the ratings on the videos, because the more watch time a video gets, the more likely YouTube's going to spread it around. Okay, I also improved the thumbnails on some of these videos too, so that helps out a little bit there. Secondly, I tweet them out under certain hashtags. When it came to the Danica McKellar videos, what I would do is, I continue to do this to this day, I actually place the hashtag school reopening, and I tweet these out constantly. And as they're scrolling through the Twitter feed, they see that. Okay. Another thing I do is, of course, I improve the thumbnails. That helps. And then those that aren't subscribed to me will either see the tweet I left from Twitter, or they'll actually see the YouTube video itself, or look me up or something like that. And then as this thing gets more and more watch time, more and more people get to see it, and eventually it gets spread, because some people they'll share it. They'll share it on Facebook. They'll share it on Twitter. They'll share it wherever. And eventually somebody gets to see it for real. Okay. Is there a way of tagging someone on YouTube? Not that I'm aware of, but if there is, certainly let me know. I know you can tag people on Facebook, but Twitter, not so much. So if you do, and I'm talking, sorry, YouTube, not so much, Twitter, not so much, but on Facebook, apparently you can. So if you figure it out, let me know. I'd love to do a video on it. Okay. So anyway, hopefully that answered all your questions. All right, it is time for a brief intermission. Hopefully you guys learned a lot. And as soon as I get back from my brief intermission, I will go ahead and continue making videos. So I'm going to put my dry erase board up here for just a second. And then when I come back, and it will only take me 2 minutes to come back, so don't go away, I will go ahead and record the rest of my videos. So please do not go away. Leave your comments. I will be back in under 2 minutes, so hang in there. Oh, come on. Whatever. And I'm back. Okay. So now I'm going to spend the remainder of my time reviewing videos that are other people's YouTube channels and see if they'll reply back. Now, those I can actually go to the people's videos and say, hey, I've reviewed your video. Please check out my review, and they'll do it. So anyway, let's get the camera rolling. I wanted to thank everybody for staying with me on this. It's been really nice of you guys to do that. I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. Anyway, let's see. Okay, there we go. This video response is going to go out to Robbie Henderson, and that's because you uploaded a video entitled Have Fun in Snow. I watched your video, and I decided to ask you a few questions about your video. But before I begin, I wanted to let you know that many of my YouTube videos have little cards on the upper right corner of the screen. So if you're wanting to watch a related video, you can go ahead and click that, and then that card will take you to a related video. If you do not see the card, all you have to do is tap the video while it's playing, and you will see a lowercase I on the upper right corner of the screen. You just tap it, and bam, you will see a card that will take you to a related video. This one will not have such a card, but a lot of my other videos do, and there you go. All right, and also, I have something called a community tab, and even though I'm going to place a link to the video I'm going to review in this video, in my description, I'm also going to place a second link that will tell you about my community tab and how to see my community posts. So please check that out. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and ask a few questions about your particular video. And here they go. How much snow did you receive? How cold was it when you recorded this video? Did you see any wildfire? Okay. Did you see any wildlife after you recorded your video? I saw a sled in the beginning of this video. What material was the sled made out of? Did they close the schools on the day you recorded this video? Feel free to leave the answers to any and all these questions down here in the comments below. And if you happen not to be Robbie Henderson and you're watching this video right now, feel free to go over to Robbie Henderson's YouTube channel. Watch his videos, rate his videos, comment on his videos, subscribe to his channel if you like, and more importantly, tell him that the Speed Learner sent you. All right, I will tell you more in a future video, so I'd like for you to stay tuned. All right, who's still with me? All right, well, keep leaving your comments down here. I'd like to hear from you. This video response is going to go out to my Trip channel, and that's because you uploaded a video entitled Micro World in a Bottle. I watched your video, and I decided to ask you a few questions about your video. But before I begin, I wanted to let you know that many of the videos on my YouTube channel, they have cards, okay? And if you'll look on the upper right corner of your screen, you're going to see those cards. If you do not see them, just go ahead and tap the video, and when you do, you're going to see a lowercase I encased in a circle. Tap it, and you'll actually see the card, and you can go to that related video, okay? I also wanted to let you guys know, since you are subscribed to me, that there is a thing called a community tab. I have a community tab on my channel, and if you want to see posts from my community tab, I have 2 hyperlinks in the description of this particular video. The first one will take everybody to your video. The second one will take them to my community tab video so they can know how to use the community tab. Okay, and on top of that, how to read comments from my community tab. All right. So anyway, let's go ahead and ask you these questions. All righty. How large was the jar in this video? What kind of rocks did you place in the bottom of the jar? After you placed the rocks in the bottom of the jar, you grabbed a pair of tweezers and placed something else in the jar. What did you place in the jar? You placed a paper full of holes on top of the rocks. What material was the paper made out of? Then you placed a layer of what looked like grass in the jar. Wouldn't the rocks inhibit the grass from growing? What did you place on top of the grass with your tweezers? How long did it take you to create your micro world? All right. Feel free to leave the answers to any and all these questions down here in the comments below. And if you happen not to be My Trip channel and you're watching this video right now, feel free to go over to My Trip channel's YouTube channel, watch his videos, rate his videos, comment on his videos, subscribe to his channel if you'd like, and more importantly, tell him that the Speed Learner sent you. All right. I will tell you more in a future video, so I'd like for you to stay tuned. Whew. Still got 3 people in here. That's great. That's fantastic. All right. Okay. Anything else? Okay. All righty. Here comes the next video. This video response is going to go out to Cabling Plus, and that's because you uploaded a video entitled Platinum Tools TCB 300 Cable Prowler. Okay, let me say that again. Platinum Tools TCB 300 Cable Prowler Tester. I watched your entire video and I decided to ask you a few questions about your video. But before I begin, I wanted to say that a lot of the videos on my YouTube channel, they have cards, okay? And if you're watching one of the videos that I have that does have a card on it, all you have to do is look up on the upper right corner of the video and you will actually see the card. Now, the thing is, if you do not see the card, all you have to do is tap the video while it's playing and you will see a lowercase I encased in a circle. Tap that lowercase I, and you will actually see the card that will take you to the related video. Now then, since you are one of my subscribers, I also wanted to let you know that I have a community tab. And if you want to see posts from my community tab, all you have to do, I have 2 videos in the description box of this particular video. The first one will take everybody to your video. The second one will take you to my video about the community tab and how to see posts from my community tab. Okay. Without further ado, here are the questions I had about your video. What is a PoE class? What if the voltage load is okay? What if the voltage load is too high or too low? What would you do if you discovered a cable run? What is the maximum number of port locations that you can have? What is a TDL length and how long can that length be? What is Cable Prowler Remote? What is a Cable Prowler Remote? All right. Feel free to leave the answers to any and all these questions down here in the comments below. And if you happen not to be Cabling Plus and you're watching this video right now, feel free to go over to Cabling Plus's YouTube channel, watch his videos, rate his videos, comment on his videos, subscribe to his channel if you'd like, and more importantly, tell him that the Speed Learner sent you. All right, I will tell you more in a future video, so I'd like for you to stay tuned. Woo. That's pretty hard to do. A lot of technical terms there, huh? Yeah, anyway. Guys, learning anything yet? All right. This video response is going to go out to Mokenchi TV, and I know you haven't heard from me a while, but I decided to go ahead and make this particular video response to you. And that is because you uploaded a video entitled "Finally Passed This Thing." And it would have been more interesting if you had actually put in the title of your video what test you had actually passed, or just say, I have passed a particular test. That way we'd have a better idea of what you were trying to do. I mean, passed what? You know, it would be a little more interesting, that's all. But anyway, I watched your entire video, and I have several questions for your video, and they're very interesting, and I'd like to see your responses. But anyway, before I ask you questions about your video, which was very interesting, by the way, that was quite fascinating, to be honest with you. I wanted to let you know that, first of all, a lot of my videos on my YouTube channel now have cards, and I don't know whether you knew that or not, but they do. And I've talked to you before, so I didn't know whether you knew I actually have cards on some of my videos. If you click the card, it will take you to a related video. Now, if you do not see the card right away, all you have to do is tap on the video that you're watching, and you'll see a lowercase I encased in a circle. If you tap that lowercase I, you will actually see the card, and it will take you to the related video. I also have a community tab, and if you don't know how to see the post from my community tab, I have two hyperlinks in the description of this video. The first one will take everybody to your video so they can watch it, so they can see what I'm talking about. The second one will take you to my community tab video so you can see how to see my community tab posts if you're using a smartphone. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and ask these questions, and we'll see what your answers will be. Okay. At the beginning of this video, I saw that your family was driving somewhere. Did you get caught in rush hour traffic? What was the featured item on the menu? And you could definitely tell us what restaurant you went to, because I'd love to know. That looked like very interesting food. I have to say, that was some very interesting stuff I saw in that video. How long did it take for the restaurant to prepare your food? And by the way, I wanted to congratulate you on passing your exam. And if you want to elaborate on a future video, that'd be great. How much time did they give you to take the test? And how many questions were on the test? What are your future career goals? Please leave the answers to any and all these questions down here in the comments below. And if you happen not to be Mokenchi TV and you're watching this video right now, feel free to go over to Mokenchi TV's YouTube channel, watch her videos, rate her videos, comment on her videos, subscribe to her channel if you'd like, and more importantly, tell her that the Speed Learner sent you. All right, I will tell you more in a future video, so I'd like for you to stay tuned. Okay. Woo. I see I got 5 people in my live stream right now. Whoever you are, please let me know, because I won't know who you are unless you say something. So, anyway, a little more water and we'll continue on. Okay. This video response is going to go out to Lovebird Central, and that's because you, that was terrible. This video response is going to go out to Lovebird Central, and that's because you uploaded a video entitled Hiking in Hawaii. I watched your video and I decided to ask you a few questions about your video. But before I begin, I wanted to let you know that a lot of the videos that I have on my channel now have cards. And if you will take a look at the upper right corner of your screen, you should see a card that will take you to a related video. Not this particular video, but there will be other videos that you watch from my channel that you will see the actual card. Now, the thing is, if you do not see these cards, all you have to do is tap on the video in question, and you will see in the upper right corner a lowercase I with encased in a circle. You just tap it, and you'll actually see the card, and then you can go to the related video. Now, the thing is, I also have a community tab, and since you're subscribed to me, you should be able to see posts from my community tab. If you can't, I have 2 hyperlinks in the description box of this particular video. The first one will take everybody to your video. The second one will take you to a video that will show you how to see my community tab posts. So I hope you'll check that out. Anyway, let me go ahead and ask you questions about your particular video. How many miles did you hike? What wildlife did you see after you recorded this video? Did you get a chance to go swimming? Did you see any unique boats as you continued your hike? Feel free to leave the answers to any and all these questions down here in the comments below. And if you happen not to be Lovebird Central and you're watching this video right now, feel free to go over to Lovebird Central YouTube channel, watch her videos, rate her videos, comment on her videos, subscribe to her channel if you'd like, and more importantly, tell her that the Speed Learner sent you. All right, I will tell you more in a future video, so I'd like for you to stay tuned. Oh. Yahir Garcia says you don't remove the labels from your products. So what are you talking about? Anyway, while you let me know that, I'm going to go ahead with this next video. This video response is going to go out to Joe Angelica Music, and that is because you uploaded a music. Boy, that was terrible. Okay. This video response is going to go out to Joe Angelica Music, and that's because you uploaded a music video entitled Mamma Mia Acoustic Cover. Now, I will grant you, I am a fan of ABBA. I am a fan of a lot of their songs. Mamma Mia just doesn't happen to be one of them. But anyway, I thought you did a good job in this particular video. So I watched your whole video, and I decided to ask you a few questions about your video. But before I begin, I wanted to let you know that if you ever come to my YouTube channel, many of my videos have cards, okay? And you will usually see these cards on the upper right corner of my videos. If you do not see those cards, all you have to do is tap the video, and you will actually see on the upper right corner a lowercase I encased in a circle. If you tap it, you'll actually see the card, and it will take you to a related video. Also, since you're subscribed to me, I didn't know that you knew this or not, but you can actually read posts from my community tab. If you ever want to do that and you don't know how, I have 2 hyperlinks in the description box of this particular video. The first one will take everybody to your video so they can watch you play Mamma Mia. The other one will take you to a video that will show you how to see my community tab posts on your smartphone. Okay, so let me go ahead and ask these questions of you about your particular video. What brand of guitar are you playing? Who taught you how to play the guitar? What is your favorite ABBA song? Who is your favorite musical artist? Feel free to leave the answers to any and all these questions down here in the comments below. And if you happen not to be Joe Angelica Music, and you're watching this video right now, feel free to go over to Joe Angelica Music's YouTube channel, watch her videos, rate her videos, comment on her videos, subscribe to her channel if you'd like, and more importantly, tell her that the Speed Learner sent you. All right, I will tell you more in a future video, so I'd like for you to stay tuned. Whew. Oh, such as my water bottle. Okay, I admit it, I'm lazy. What can I say? Sometimes you would think I'm not all that lazy, but actually I am. I'm really kind of a lazy person, but not always. I do type things out and whatever. As you can see, I actually typed out all these notes for these videos, so I'm not entirely lazy, but yeah, I can get lazy from time to time. I figure it this way. One of these days, the label will just fall off and I won't care. Anyway. Woo! Next video. This video response is going to go out to Chris Alpha, and that is because you uploaded a video entitled Cloudy Ducks Day 2020. I watched your entire video, which, by the way, your ducks are cute. Those were, I don't know that they're really your ducks, but the ducks you videotaped were cute as a button. So anyway, thanks for uploading that. I watched your whole video, and I'm going to ask you questions about your video as well. But before I begin, I wanted to let you know that if you ever come to my YouTube channel, several of my videos have cards on them now, and they usually appear on the upper right corner of the video. But if you happen not to see them because you're using a smartphone, all you have to do is tap the video you're watching, and in the upper right corner, once you do that, you're going to see a lowercase I with in case in a circle. Tap it and you will actually see the card that will take you to the related video. Also, because you're subscribed to me, you can actually see posts from my community tab. If you don't know how to do that with a smartphone, I have two hyperlinks in the description of this particular video. The first one will take everybody to your video so they can see what I'm asking questions about. The second one will take you to my community tab video that'll show you how to see posts from my community tab. All right, without further ado, here are the questions I'm going to go ahead and ask you. How large is the pond? What other wildlife did you see? Did you see any flowers nearby? And if so, were they exotic? Let me know what you saw. Was there any historical markers nearby? Feel free to leave the answers to any and all these questions down here in the comments below. And if you happen not to be Chris Alpha and you're watching this video right now, feel free to go over to Chris Alpha's YouTube channel, watch his videos, rate his videos, comment on his videos, subscribe to his channel if you'd like, and more importantly, tell him that the Speed Learner sent you. All right, I will tell you more in a future video, so I'd like for you to stay tuned. Oh, still hanging in there, folks. I'm glad to see that. Total dedication here. I hope when I actually post these little videos that you will actually go out and check out these other YouTube channels. Not that I don't want you to watch I want you to watch my videos, but I also want you to watch theirs as well. It helps them out. So hope you check them out. All right, let's go on. This video response is going to go out to SHU Plant Decor and More, and that is because you uploaded a video entitled How to Make Homemade Pesticide, which was very, very interesting. I see you have a lot of plants, and I would love to know more about your plants. I thought that a lot of your videos were very interesting, so at a future point, I'll go ahead and check some of those out as well. Anyway, I actually watched this particular video that you had, and I decided to ask you a few questions about your video. But before I ask you all those questions, I want to tell you a couple of things. If you ever come to my YouTube channel, many of my videos have cards on them now, and they usually appear on the upper right corner of the screen. If they do not appear, just simply tap on the video that you're watching, and you'll usually see a lowercase I encased in a circle. Tap it, and you'll actually see the card, and then it'll take you to the related video. Furthermore, since you're subscribed to me, do you know that you can see posts from my community tab? If you can't see the post and you don't know how to see it, all you have to do, I have 2 hyperlinks in the description of this particular video that you're watching now. The first one will take everybody to see your particular video so they can see what I'm asking questions about. The other one will take you to my community tab video that will show you how to see posts from my community tab since you're subscribed to me. Just a little information just for you. All right. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and ask these wonderful questions. Which plants are your favorite? What brand of hand wash do you recommend? How long does it take you to water your plants every day? How often do you need to apply the pesticide? Feel free to leave the answers to any and all these questions down here in the comments below. And if you happen not to be SHU Plant Decor or More, feel free to go over to SHU Plant Decor and More's YouTube channel, watch her videos, rate her videos, comment on her videos, subscribe to her channel if you'd like, and more importantly, tell her that the Speed Learner sent you. All right, I will tell you more in a future video, so I'd like for you to stay tuned. Whew. Okay. Well, while I'm doing these videos, you can leave comments. You can tell me what you want to hear, whatever. I'll happily answer any questions, please. All right, let's continue on. This video response is going to go out to Gina Latwat. Bear with me. I'm going to try this again. It's a little hard to pronounce your last name, and if I get it wrong, please forgive me. Lakwatsera. Okay, so it's Gina Lakwatsera. That's your name. And let's stop this. This video response is going to go out to Gina Lakwatsera, and if I mispronounced your name, I apologize in advance. And that's because you uploaded a video entitled Banana Raisin Loaf Bread. I watched your entire video, and I decided to ask you a few questions about your video. But before I begin, I wanted to let you know that if you ever come over to my YouTube channel, on a lot of my videos, you're going to not this one in particular, but on a lot of my videos, you're going to actually see cards on the upper right corner of the video. If you click those cards, they'll take you to related videos. If you happen not to see these cards, all you have to do is tap on the video you're watching, and you'll see on the upper right corner a lowercase I encased in a circle. If you tap that, you will see the card, and it will take you to a related video. So either way, that's how you can see that. Also, as one of my subscribers, which you happen to be, you can actually see posts from my community tab. How do you do that? Well, I have 2 hyperlinks in the description of this particular video. The first one will take everybody to your video so they can see you bake your banana raisin bread. The second one will take you to a video that will show you how to see posts from my community tab. I hope you check that out. Alrighty, so without further ado, let me go ahead and ask you these questions. Is this a family recipe? How long did it take you to make this loaf bread? Do you grow your own bananas? Do you use powdered milk or whole milk or 2% milk? How many servings does this recipe make? Do you use regular eggs or brown eggs? What happens if you overmix the flour mixture? How large is your mixing bowl? Is your baking pan made out of steel or some other metal? Feel free to leave the answers to any and all these questions down here in the comments below. And if you happen not to be Gina Lakwatsera and you're watching this video right now, feel free to go over to Gina Lakwatsera's YouTube channel, watch her videos, rate her videos, comment on her videos, subscribe to her channel if you'd like, and more importantly, tell her that the Speed Learner sent you. All right, I will tell you more in a future video, so I'd like for you to stay tuned. Okay. All right. Let's do another video. Get a little more drink here. This video response is going to go out to I Do Everything people, and that is because you uploaded a video entitled Lake Rapidly Melting. I watched your entire video, which I don't know how you stayed warm while videotaping that. I mean, I know that it was supposed to be the beginning of May, but still, that would have been a pretty cold area to see that kind of ice. So that would have been a pretty cool experience. Anyway, I watched your entire video and I decided to ask you a few questions about your video. But before I begin, I wanted to let you know that if you ever come to my YouTube channel, several of my videos now have cards on them. And you will see these cards on the upper right corner of my videos. And if you ever click on them, they'll take you to related videos. Now, if you do not happen to see these cards, all you have to do is tap the video you're watching, and then you will see a lowercase I encased in a circle. And if you tap that, you'll actually see the card, and it will take you to a related video. Furthermore, because you are subscribed to me, you can see posts from my community tab. If you do not know how to see those posts, down in the description of this particular video, you're going to see two hyperlinks. The first one will take everybody to see your video so they can see what I'm asking questions about. The second one will take you to my community tab video where I show you how to see posts from my community tab. All right, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and ask you these questions. How cold was it when you recorded this video? What wildlife did you see after you recorded this video? How large is the lake? Did it snow after you recorded this video? There was some ice surrounding a pole in this video. What was the purpose of the pole? Did you see any boats after you recorded this video? Are there any historical landmarks nearby? Does anyone attempt to ice skate on this lake during the wintertime? How much ice made it to the shoreline? Feel free to leave the answers to any and all these questions down here in the comments below. And if you happen not to be I Do Everything people and you're watching this video right now, feel free to go over to I Do Everything people's YouTube channel, watch their videos, rate their videos, comment on their videos, subscribe to their channel if you like it. More importantly, tell them that the Speed Learner sent you. All right, I will tell you more in a future video, so I'd like for you to stay tuned. Woo. All right. Now, let's see. And that's it. Woo. Well, I see a fourth person has entered the room. Please let me know who you are. I'd love to hear from you. Woo. What's your internet speed? You know, I have absolutely no idea. All I do know is it's from Xfinity, and it's a lot faster than it was because they gave me a new box. And I got the unlimited internet from them, so there you go. But wow. The main reason why I got the unlimited internet from them is because they are trying to force us into these Xfinity Flex boxes. The thing is that I have no intentions of using the Xfinity Flex box. I'm going to keep my Roku the way it is. I love Roku. It can be a pain in the butt sometimes, but it runs pretty good. So there you go. So I'm going to, one of these days, what I'd like to do is to switch myself completely over. I do have one Xfinity set-top box. Eventually, that's going to go bye-bye and disappear. And then after that, I will replace that with my Roku completely. And then I will have internet from Xfinity, but I will not have cable from them. I like to have an internet-only set. because there's a lot of channels that Xfinity has that I really don't want to watch. I have no interest in whatsoever. So anyway. So what thumbnails will I improve tonight? First of all, I did the review of the Three Amigos. And I will take thumbnails for that one. Also, I do have Staying Alive from the Bee Gees. I reviewed that, and I will take a picture of that. I also will take a picture of my Billy Joel CD for the Piano Man, one that I have. And we'll see. We'll see if that increases my ratings. I might also take a picture of the Laura Branigan because I also have that CD as well. I do not have one for Mary Hopkin. I also do not have gold for Jon Stewart, but here's what I will do about that. I have an old 70s CD, and I'll just hold up that 70s CD because let's just face it, Jon Stewart was a one-hit wonder. Nice guy, really great song, just a one-hit wonder. So I have a fourth person in the room. Please let me know who you are. I'd like to hear from you. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and check something here. See how many people actually responded. Uh-huh. Okay. So, anyway, let me take a look at something real quick. And, okay. I have a fifth person in the room. Please let me know who you are. I'd like to hear from you. I still have 4 people in the room. So whoever the fourth person is, I'd like to know who you are. Love to hear from you. Now, I will tell you guys, I will tell everybody here that next week is going to be an unusual schedule. So I may do a live stream. I may not. I'm going to try to set that up. Also, I will try to work on that 5th Kindle book. And now you understand about observation skills, yada, 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 yada. So, anyway. Well, around here, it's getting close to 10 o'clock at night. And I do have to work tomorrow. So, in a few minutes, I'm going to go ahead and just cut this off. I wanted to let you guys know that I was thrilled that you guys all showed up tonight. It was wonderful doing this live stream with you guys. I hope that you guys will be there for the next live stream. I'll try to let you know in advance when that will be. Often I don't know myself, so there you go. But anyway. Wow. So, whew. Anything else from you guys? Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up so I can get my pictures taken. And then we'll take it from there. I wanted to thank each and every one of you for watching this particular presentation tonight. I hope you learned a lot. I hope that you were able to enjoy all the things I was doing. I hope you check out those other people's channels. They got a lot of great content out there just as much as I do, and they can use the rating just as much as I can. So keep watching me, but go ahead and watch them too. All right. Well, as soon as I got my 5th Kindle book done, I'll let you know. As soon as I have more videos, we'll go ahead and upload them as well. So, again, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for watching this tonight. I will tell you more in a future video, so I'd like for you to stay tuned.